situation with the voices in your head. They said that love has shut the door on you, and you'd be better off instead. Girl, don't you listen. Your time is gonna come. You talk about lonely, you talk about scared. I think you're thinking that nobody cares. Well, you know it ain't over, but where to begin? You gotta play if you wanna win. Yeah. So when you gonna let somebody in? It's a classic situation where you don't know how to feel, so you go it alone. You turn off the phone when the struggle gets too real. Yeah. Girl, you better listen. It's time to make a change. You talk about lonely, you talk about scared. I think you're thinking that nobody cares. Well, you know it ain't over, but where to begin? You gotta play if you wanna win. So when you gonna let somebody in? Yeah, let 'em in. You talk about lonely, you talk about scared. I think you're thinking that nobody cares. Well, you know it ain't over, but where to begin? You gotta play if you wanna win. So when you gonna let somebody had another rough conversation with the voices in your head. They said that love has shut the door on you, and you'd be better off instead. Girl, don't you listen. Your time is gonna come. You talk about lonely, you talk about scared. I think you're thinking that nobody cares. Well, you know it ain't over, but where to begin? You gotta play if you wanna win. Yeah. So when you gonna let somebody in? It's a classic situation where you don't know how to feel, so you go it alone. You turn off the phone when the struggle gets too real. Yeah. Girl, you better listen. It's time to make a change. You talk about lonely, you talk about scared. I think
B-Level here, and I want to tell you about a proud sponsor of the UTB podcast, the Shampoo Bar, located at 4812 JFK in North Little Rock. They are doing what your stylist does not want to do. They're partnering with your stylist. They're shampooing, steam treatments, taking your braids down, your locks, conditioning. And ladies, you can drop your bundles off and your units off. They will bring them back to life and call you when they're ready for pickup. Fellas, they didn't forget about you. They are hydrating your beards. They're doing exfoliation to your skin. And they have a treatment called the 24K Ingrown Treatment. Ask them about it. For more information, give them a call, 501-353-1538. Again, 501-353-1538, or go to their website at theshampoobarnlr.com. Again, go to their website, theshampoobarnlr.com. Tell them that the UTB podcast sent you. All right, good evening. Happy Wednesday evening, broadcasting from the B-Level Entertainment Studios. I'm your host, B-Level, and tonight, we are on the level with B-Level. We have a pretty dope guest that we're going to be talking to, one of the leading promoters in our state, in our city, Nate the African. He's here. He's going to have some conversation with him. But before we get into our conversation with Nate, I need to tell you that we are looking for a female co-host, okay? The UTB podcast is looking for someone who's a female to join our crew. If you are looking to join one of Arkansas's leading podcasts, okay, along with Tristan Hobbs, Candy Webb, Anthony P., and Jayla Jefferson, hey, send your resume or send why we should pick you. Send an email to utbpodcastlr@gmail.com. Again, utbpodcastlr@gmail.com, and someone will get back in touch with you. And don't forget, as we're doing tonight, On the Level with B-Level happens every Wednesday at 7:30. Tonight, we've got our guy, Nate the African. Next Wednesday, we have Dre P. The following Wednesday, we have Keith Tucker Jr. And then the last Wednesday of the month, we have Telly Noel. I'm calling this month the Promoters Edition. And although we're going to be talking about some of the events that they have going on, I'm going to be talking about who they are as people, the man, the business owners, the entrepreneur. We're going to get into some deep conversation. And so let me go ahead and bring my guest up front. He is here and waiting on a big round of applause for my man, Nate the African. What's up, homie?
What's up? What's happening?
Man, Nate, appreciate you for taking your Wednesday evenings to bring what you have to offer and to share that. Let us get in your business on a Wednesday evening. I tell everybody that I am a promoter. So I've been promoting. I haven't done it in a while, but some of the things that you do every day, I've done it in this market for 30 years. So when I reached out and wanted to have some conversation with the promoters, I reached out to the people that I respect. You are YG in the industry. And so I see you doing your thing. So I appreciate you for coming on and accepting my invitation to talk about what you got going on, bro.
You know, I got you. It's good.
All right, I'm gonna read my opening statement and then we're gonna get into our conversation. Okay, here we go.
What you got, a preamble or something?
Yeah, I got it, man. Okay. All right. So tonight's conversation isn't about the lights, the parties, the flyers. It's about the man behind the movement. Okay. My guest is someone that many people know as a promoter, but that little barely scratches the surface. He's an entrepreneur. He's a father. He's a car salesman. He's a provider and a man who has built a name through consistency, relationship, and resilience. He comes from African descent, carries culture with him, and has carved out into his own lane right here in Arkansas, earning respect not just for what he does, but how he does it. Today, we're pulling back the curtains to talk about a manhood, the responsibility, growth, and legacy, because before the hustle, before the brand, there's a man. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nate the African. How you like that introduction, bro? How you like that, man?
I damn near shed a tear, man. Like
So listen, man, I gave you this really spotless introduction, but I always start with every conversation. And for those of you guys who are tuning in, please share the live, share. Nate and I are going to rap about, you know, him being a promoter, but we going to also talk about him being a father and some of the other things that he does. Please, if you have some questions for Nate, put them in the comment. And at the end of our conversation,
I can't see the comments. Hold on, let me
they
see.
there. I promise you, they're there. And I will put them up. Any comments that I really want that I think is worthwhile. Now, if you just hating, we ain't doing no hating shit. We ain't putting no hating shit in. But if you got some real good information or good questions that you want to ask Nate, put them in a comment. And at the end of our conversation, I'll put them up on the screen and we'll get to it. Okay. All right, Nate. So the first question I have for you is, I gave you this resounding introduction, but in your terms, I need to know, and the people want to know, is who is Nate the African?
Man, that's a good question, man. Honestly speaking, I feel like Nate the African is just I'm a man. You know what I mean? I'm everything a man should be. You know, I was raised with tradition, culture. I'm not from this area. I was raised on a different standard, different mentality. You know, hard worker, hustler. And,
And
I just want to be the best.
we're gonna talk about that. When you say you were raised, so a lot of people know you as Nate the African, but your legal name is Nathaniel. How do you pronounce your last name?
It's Wane.
Wane, which is Nwane. And so I think a lot of people know that you're from Africa. Were you born in the state?
I was born in Africa. I was born in Nigeria, Lagos, Africa.
When did you come to the States?
I came in the States back in '98.
98.
My mom, she won a lottery. That's why I'm in the States.
She won a lottery.
So anybody that says the lottery is fake is real. She won a lottery. It was an international lottery. So like in Africa, it's like you could get a large sum of money or a percentage of the money and a visa to anywhere in the world.
Really?
Yeah, I know y'all hear my son in the background.
No, So mom, just and I don't want to get in all your business, but how much did mama win? Did she win a lot? How much did mom win, man?
You say what now?
I said I ain't just trying to get in your business, but how much paper did mama win? How much?
To be honest, I was so young. I don't know. Hey.
So she wanted an opportunity to come over in the States instead of taking the lump sum. She decided that she wanted a better life for her family. Who did 100%. She come over with? Did she come over with you? And
she came. When she came, so my brother's a twin. So in America, at the age of 18, you considered an adult. So they were about to turn 18. So she and my brother and my sister, which is his twin, they came first and I came a little later. So that when you win the lottery, your immediate family, which is like your son and daughter, they come with you. But because I was under the age of 18, I waited a little bit for my dad to come, so I came with him.
Cool. And so you came, I'm gonna write this down. When do you say you came over in the state? When did you come over here?
Back in 1998.
1998. Well, let me ask you this. Now, you know, I do want to talk about your siblings, and not your siblings, but you're like your kid. But how old were you when you came over to the States?
I was, what was I, 7? I was 7 when I got
you were 7 years old. Okay, good. Yeah. Nate, do you have?
6 or 7. I was 6. I was
6 or 7. Yeah. I know that you have a son. We hear him in the playing in the background. What?
Yeah,
shout your son. Shout your boy out,
come say what's up. Come say what's up. Come on, come say what's up, man. Look. What's up?
What happened? He went away. The son pulled the plug. What happened? Well, hopefully he come back. Maybe his internet is acting up. All right, we don't know what happened. Something happened when he introducing his son. He went black. The screen went black. Hopefully he will come back in and we will pick back up where we left off. I need to tell you guys again, while we're waiting on Nate to come back, I want to send a really good shout out to, today is my cousin's birthday. I mean, I don't know if you guys all know Bo, but today is my favorite cousin's. He passed 2 Novembers ago, and today is his birthday. So while we're waiting on Nate the African, I do want to shout out my guy Stephen Bo Phillips. Today is his birthday. If you guys know anything about Bo, he was a really good soul. Let me text Nate and tell him to go back out and come back in, so we can get him go out and reconnect. But anyway, Bo, Steven, shout out to my guy. Today is his birthday. Stephen Bo Phillips. I do want to shout him out. I was going to wait to do that at the end, but since we are waiting on Nate, I will do it right now. Shout out to my guy Bo. For those of you guys who are waiting on, he said he can't hear. Let me just tell him. I just text him. Let me just tell him to reconnect. He said he can't hear. There. Okay, so he got out. Maybe he's coming there. Maybe he's coming back in. All right, so you're there, but I'm bringing you back in, Nate. But you have to if you can hear me, go all the way out and come back in. Maybe you're having some technical difficulties, and we need you to go all the way back out and reconnect, like you're coming back in from the beginning. Sorry, I apologize for all of the technical difficulties. Something happened where Nate had to. Let me tell him to go all the way out and come back in. There he is. There we go.
Oh God.
All right, Nate, what happened, bro? What happened, man?
Hey, somebody kept calling me.
Okay, so if you're on your phone, Nate, you need to swipe. You put it on do not disturb.
I just put it in.
Okay, cool. All right, so we were talking about your son. How old is what's the name of your son and how old is he?
My son's name is Amir. He's 3. He's about to be 4 in April.
Okay. And Nate, you're not married, but are you wanting to be a married man? Are you wanting to marry one day?
Of course. I'm dating married.
Okay. How was it like? Okay, you came over to the States when you were like 7 or 8. Do you recall how was it like growing up over in Africa versus when you got over here? How was it like growing up?
It's a culture shock. So like in America is a little different because Nigeria is like we're all basically like everybody over there feels so family and friends are considered like family. Over here is more like a you mind your business, I mind mine kind of thing, you know? So even the neighbors over there is like family to you. Like over here is more like everybody's more private over here, which is fine, which is not a bad thing at all. It's just over there is more traditional, you know what I mean?
Right.
And over here is more, it's more technical, well, however you pronounce that word.
Yeah. So when you were raised, what kind of jobs did you have growing up in the States when you got of age when you can work? Where did you
my first job? I only worked at one this car sales was my second job I ever had in my life.
Okay.
The first job I only ever worked at was Shoe Carnival. I only applied for one job my whole life. And I got hired on the spot. When I was at Shoe Carnival, I started off as a mic person. I don't know if y'all know what a mic person is. So, like, whenever you go in a Shoe Carnival, the guy who's on the microphone spinning the wheel, hey, come on in, this, that, and that. That was me. That was me starting off.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started there, and then I ended up. I worked there for 8 years. I was a mic person, then became a store manager. So I ran a store that made multi-million dollars, a year. So you'd be surprised a lot of money in shoes. People buy shoes a lot.
Yeah. And so you worked there for 8 years. Got acquainted to the culture in the States.
Right.
Whatever went into you deciding to promote parties? Like what got you interested in being a promoter, Nate?
I'm gonna tell you, shout out to Jay Taylor first. Jay Taylor had me throw my very first party.
Okay.
Very first party. But prior to that, I was throwing I was just a cool kid, chilling, kicking it, having fun with my homies. I did like small gatherings, then it became big kickbacks.
That happened.
And when it became a big kickback, I had a birthday weekend and I had a party from Wednesday to Sunday. And each day was like wall to wall, packed out.
Was it at a house? Where was it at?
So the first day was like a small kickback, a private kickback.
Okay.
Then it became the next day we kicked it so hard that day we was like, man, we got to go to another kickback. So we had like part 2. Then Friday came, we had a huge party. That's where Jay Taylor came in. He hooked me up with I think it was called 521, if I am mistaken, downtown Little Rock.
Okay.
You know where Power was?
Yes.
Right there on the corner.
Okay.
We
Okay.
had I did like an all white affair or whatever the case may be.
Okay.
And it was packed out, wall to wall, sold out. It was huge. And that Saturday, I ended up doing a block party because nobody wanted to go home. Everybody wanted to kick it. I was like, come on, there, let's do so, let's do so. So I did a block party, and this was like a house in Southwest. I forgot the actual address, but the block party was so huge. Like the police were trying to shut it down. It took them an hour to get down the road and really get people out. And ever since then, they were like, man, you might need to take this like seriously, you know? So I just
So when you threw the first kickback, were you popular? Did a lot of people know you from
yeah.
working at Shoe Carnival, or how
Not even
did you
just,
get the people out?
it really started in high school. Like people knew me in high school. I was prom king, homecoming,
What high
all
school
of
you go
that.
to, Nate? What high school?
Parkview. I went to Parkview.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I won homecoming. I was prom king. I was best by choice. Won awards. I did all that. I mean, you got to think about it. It's hard to like not notice because I'm this tall, dark skinned dude from Africa.
Right.
You know, barely could speak the best language. You know what I mean? So everybody just gravitated to me. You know, and then I was cool. So I wasn't like conceited or cocky and no stuff like that. I was like, I'm a vibe. So I just kicked
Did
it
you
with
play any
everybody.
sports? Did you do anything, or were you just a regular
Attempted
guy?
to.
Okay. What sports did you play, Nate? What sport did you
Attempted
attempt?
to. Basketball and soccer.
Basketball and soccer. And so
I tried.
you weren't
Huh?
was you good at it, or were you not that
Yeah, I was
good at it?
decent at it. I was decent at it. I was decent at
Okay.
it. I tried track, but I didn't want to fall in the stereotype, you know. So you know what I mean? You know, African running track, you know what I mean? I just said, nah, I ain't
So
gonna
let
do
me
that.
ask you about this. Obviously, you left Africa at a young age, right? So
Yeah.
how did your African descent shape how you move, how you think in the States? Like, how did it
Man,
make you different from the other
it's really
growing
in
up?
the household. In the household, like I might have not been in Africa, but Africa was always in the house. Like mom and dad, they made it their number one goal to make sure that they taught me the culture. It stuck with me, teach me the language, you know, teach me the food, everything, just the traditions. And not saying that like one culture is better than the other. It's just a
Yeah.
different mindset, a different way to think. You know what I mean?
Do you think when I went over to Africa, in my mind when I got off the plane, I was thinking that there was a lot of poverty over there, right? So
Oh,
okay, so my this is my perception, right? So when you get off the plane, it just looks like there's a lot of poverty. And so obviously when you go to visit places that there's a lot of poverty, those people respect the dollar a little bit more. They work harder. Do you think that that's a mindset of most African? They're hard workers.
I'm gonna be honest. It is some poverty in Africa. It
Okay.
ain't. I mean, it is. I mean, it just is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's poor parts everywhere in the world. No matter where you
Right.
go, no matter how rich the country is, you're always gonna have a poor part. You know what I mean? The problem with Africa is it's overpopulated. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
It's too many people in one area. Like in Nigeria alone, there's about 140 million people, and
Wow.
Nigeria is only the size of California and Texas combined. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you
Right.
got 140 million people in that one area. Of course, it's gonna have some poverty, it's gonna have some poor areas, but in all, man, Africa is a very wealthy country. I mean, a continent, but the countries in there, they're very wealthy. They have a lot of resources. You just got to go out there. It's not exactly how you see online, where to feed the children and this and
Mhm,
that. I'm
mhm,
gonna give y'all
mhm.
some game. Us Africans hate that. We hate that because
Really?
it's not like yes yeah we're grateful that people donate, but Americans to an extent, not all of them, but they've made it more of a business
Mhm.
than they've made it actually morally helping somebody out.
Okay.
So yeah.
So Nate, and I follow you on social media, so I often see you going to like African weddings and just different things with your family. How many of your family members are over here in the States with you?
Man, listen, if you African, man, we all family. So, like,
So
we
basically,
all
you call some family members that are not legally
man.
your family.
Hey, I'm telling you, listen, if you ever meet an African, they all family. I'm telling you, like it's the mindset. Like I might not know this African from a can of paint, but he from where I'm from, that's my brother.
Yeah.
That's my sister. We're gonna take
Yeah.
care of each other outside of Africa. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
right.
but a lot of those African weddings, those are like uncles and cousins and some some immediate family. But like
and not the stereotype, but what are some of the core values of Africans? Like what are you guys known for?
taking care of the house, making sure. And when I say the house, I mean like your home, not just physically your house, but like whoever you're around, whoever you are, if it's your family, if it's your friends, if it's your significant others, whatever the case may be, like taking care of home is a plus. That's number one. We'll always talk there. I always instill in your mind.
Is there a culture over there in Africa to have multiple wives?
Yes.
So
100%.
all right. So over in Africa, you can marry how many wives can you have?
Yeah. It's 100% legal.
So over in Africa, it is not legal. You can have as many as you can afford.
As many as you can afford, they say yes.
So let me ask you this: are there any men in your family that has multiple wives?
I got a couple uncles.
And how many? What's the most wives that any of your uncles have had? Like, give me a number.
I think the most that I know of is my uncle. One of my uncles have 2 wives.
Oh, that's not a lot.
Yeah, I've seen more. I've seen people with more, but I'm talking about my family.
Yeah,
my family. I think the most that I know of is 2.
So do you obviously over in the States you can't, and you live over here, you can't have multiple wives.
It ain't just you can't. These ladies ain't going for that. They are not going for that. But you know what's crazy though?
What's that?
They'll go for that if you don't have the title. You get what I'm saying?
Say that again. If you don't have the title, explain that.
If you don't have the title, so like you got to think about it. Okay, marriage is really a vow. I mean,
a commitment,
stuff like that. But some people have that commitment without the title. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in a long relationship, staying together, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
It ain't too much of a difference,
right?
You know what I mean? Only the title, especially if you're building together. You know what I mean?
So you're saying that some of the women's in the state are basically, they will be cool with it if it's not known, right? If you're not popular, if it's not out in the public, if it's secretly, I always tell people we had this episode where they were talking about men that had multiple wives and sister wives and stuff. And I said it, and I got in a lot of trouble about it, Nate. But what I said is, some of you women are in relationships where you have sister's wife because you know that your dude is, messing with somebody else. You even know the chick. So are you in that type of relationship?
Man, listen, I'm gonna be real. That's a sticky situation. Like I'm gonna be 100% honest. I mean, I feel like it don't really matter what the next couple do as long as they have an understanding. You get what I mean? In my opinion. It's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, will I say that I'm for it or against it? No comment. You know what I mean? But
I hear you.
But it's some people are okay with that. Some people look down on that. Some people frown on that. Some people, I mean, man, honestly, beloved, this day and age, social media has just corrupted society. Like, not even just social media, but like I don't even want to get into that whole conversation.
We don't have to. No, we don't have to. We don't really have to. Enough said. Let's talk about the promoting deal, right? Let's talk about your promoting job, okay? You've been promoting events for how many years? How many years does this make for you?
Long time, bro.
Would you say over?
Over 10 years.
Okay, over 10 years, okay. What's the biggest misconception that people have about promoting and what they actually do? Like,
they think it's easy.
Okay, yeah.
It ain't just easy. Just because you got a name for yourself don't mean you're gonna be very profitable in it.
Yeah. And let me ask you this, Nate. How do you handle when you put on an event and someone goes there and maybe they either they either don't get what they feel like they've paid for, and they go on social media and bash you and bash the event? How do you handle those situations? How do you handle that?
you got to be as professional as possible. Like the way I handle my situation, I can only speak for myself. When people go to an event, let's say they're not satisfied, let's say they don't feel like they got their money's worth or whatever the case may be. Me personally, I was trained in the customer service aspect. So my mindset is to take care of the customer at all costs.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it might just be one customer, but that one customer will lead to 20, 30, 40, 50 different customers. You know?
Absolutely.
It's just like social media. The minute a bad news get on social media, it's going to spread like wildfire.
Absolutely.
But the minute good news come on there, it's going to be slow pace. You get what I mean? So
right.
My goal is to take care of people. Like I try, if you know me, if you've ever had an issue with me, you know that I'm going to try to make it right.
Right.
I'm going to try to make it right. Me personally.
I can stamp that. I can stamp that. I stamp that.
But honestly speaking, though, that ain't the case. It ain't always that case because you know what's up, son. It ain't always that case. So you have to understand, and you got to understand, and like I love you too, boy. Hey, you got to understand. I'm here. Look.
Can I have your drink?
Yeah, you can. You can have my drink. Hello. That's all you want.
Yeah.
No, take this.
So you was just saying you like to handle customer service is big, so you try to make things right. Even
That's
if
it, man.
if you feel like they got their money, you still
You know how many people that got over on me, but I still take care of them?
right.
How many people that say, I didn't get the experience, but they're kicking it with their homegirls. You see them on videos having a blast, a time of their life, and they still got taken care of. But people don't realize how much money goes into this. Like people don't realize how much money people invest to make sure you have a good time.
Absolutely.
You know, like they don't get it. Absolutely. They see they spending 20, 30, 40, 50 dollars, however much it is. At the end of the day, that's their hard-earned money for sure. But if people really knew the background behind these events, they'll be a little bit more grateful than what it was.
Nate, how do you define a successful event? In your mind, is it the money that you make, or is it people having a good time, the vibe? How do you define a successful event?
A successful event is just I go by the experience. See, I sell the experience. I don't care about money. I mean, you've done the best for me. You know I don't care. Come on, let them in. I take care of them. Because at the end of the day, stop, man. At the end of the day, it's all about how much fun that customer had. You know what I mean? Versus how much money you make. Hello.
What do you want people to take away from attending a Nate the African event? What do you want their experience? What do you want the takeaways to be from attending something that you put on?
And I really want you to have the best time. You know, I really want you to have the best time. I want you to be as safe as possible. I want you to know.
I'm gonna steal the show.
Y'all steal the show, man.
Yeah. It's still a show. Nate, what drew you to you've been selling cars for how long now?
You said I've been what now?
Selling cars. How long have you been selling cars?
This is my third year.
Third year.
I'm going
what drew you to the car business? What made you want to go and sell cars?
My brother been trying to get me to sell cars for many years, and I said, nah, I'm not gonna do it. Our car salesmen are basically like they lie,
scammers,
scammers, all that crap. Then what I look like going outside, running after customers, doing this, but I was like, nah. So my brother basically was like, it's not like that. So one day I walked into my brother's house, and I saw his W-2 on the counter, right? I'm not gonna tell you exactly the amount, but just know
he was getting to the business.
It was worth me getting in.
Let me read what Don Foots is saying. Don say, to be real, Arkansas ain't spent no big bag, but a few times. No shade thrown because y'all make it happen. Go there's the nightlife, but a artist not nowhere near. Yeah, they don't understand how much it costs to bring these artists.
They don't get it.
Nah, they have no clue. They have no clue. And not only do they, you have to pay them, you have to, he went away. Okay, there he come back. All right, there you go. And not only after you pay them their money, you have to feed them, you have to put them up.
Hold on. It's static here. You hear me?
Okay, well, listen. Yeah, it's very staticky. So
it's good now.
Okay, we good. Okay, all right. So yeah, they don't understand what you have to do to bring these artists, man. They just show up and think it's easy, and bro, they don't understand the financial commitment, the stress, getting venues, dealing with, all of the things that go into this.
Can I walk them through one time on
Let's
an
do it.
event? Like, check it
Do
out.
it,
Like,
Nate. Let's go.
all right. So, for example, what event? Let me bring an event out. I'm gonna give y'all two events. One we made money, one we lost our ass off on. All right. Boosie came down here, made money on that event, right? When Boosie came down here, to start an event, you got to understand, like, you got to book the venue. The venue itself, 10,000 on the average. For if you're gonna do a big show, you got to get a big venue, right?
Right.
So we talking about anywhere between $10,000 and $15,000 roughly on the venue. That's starting off. The artist itself may be between 50 and 100,000. You get what I
Right.
mean? So now
Right.
you 60,000 in,
Right.
right? And that's on the
Right.
low ball end. Then you got to think about like all the other expenses, like marketing. You got to pay
Yes.
these promoters. You got to pay come on now. You got to pay the promoters. Certain promoters go on higher than others.
Right.
Certain people going. Then you have to pay for like the security, the police. Hell, security
Radio
itself is another.
advertisement.
Radio advertisement. Security itself is a $3,000 plus tab. Security and
Right.
police. You
Right.
know what I mean? Then you got radio advertising. Then by the time you look up, you $75,000 in on a show that you ain't even made $1 on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Then
Right.
you gotta think about all the things that you can't control, like weather. Let's say it rain hard all day.
Yeah.
People ain't coming out. Them girls, man, come on. They getting their hair done and all. They ain't finna come and do all that. They're not doing that. You know? Then you
Right.
gotta think about, let's say, for example, when the Boosie show happened, the fire marshals came to the door and controlled the traffic before we could even let people in. You know what I mean? Like that kills a lot of your money. So you gotta think about like after doing all that, then when you come to the club, I gotta talk to 300-400 people about they need their drinks on time. Section people need this. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Hey, my homegirl, skip me through the line. Where you at?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
all that stress
Yeah.
to tell me at the end of the party, like you didn't have a good time.
Yeah.
Man, you think we want to hear that? Do you
Yeah.
really think
Yeah.
we want to hear
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. And imagine, Nate, you have done it for 10. I did it for 30 plus years. So, bro,
Yeah.
everything that you're saying, man, it is. And sometimes you do all of these things and you lose 30,000 or you lose
Man, come
20,000.
on now.
You know.
I'm not even gonna say the show. The worst show I ever lost, I lost $30,000. That's the worst show I ever had.
Mm,
Lost
mm,
30,000. And
mm,
at the end of the
mm.
night, everybody got to get paid.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Everybody
Absolutely.
gonna have a hand. But not too many people gonna lose with you.
Right.
Not too many people gonna lose with you. Not too
Yeah.
many people gonna say, "Ah, y'all see you took a loss today. You don't gotta pay me."
Yeah.
Everybody want their money.
Everybody, yeah.
You know
Everybody
what I
want to
mean?
get paid. You get paid last. Sometimes you don't get
Yeah.
paid.
Sometimes you don't get paid. Hell, the show that I lost 30K on. You know what I did? I called my partner. I said, "Man, I'm give me something to put me to sleep."
I want to switch gears from
Yeah,
talking
talk to
about a
me.
promoter. I want to talk about something that's near and dear. I see your son is playing in the video. What did becoming a father mean to you, Nate?
Man, it meant everything. Made me get my shit together. That made me think more on future wise, not just in the moment. Prior to me having a son, I was just really enjoying the moment, going out kicking it, having the best time of my life, spending all the money as fast as I get it. Um, Trying to just have the most fun I could have,
Mm-hmm,
not really
mm-hmm,
worrying about what
mm-hmm.
tomorrow will bring.
Yeah.
When I ended up getting a little boy, I had to be more responsible. I had to make more conscientious decisions, versus me just thinking for myself.
Yeah.
I had to
Yeah.
make sure I realized. I mean, a lot of that happened too with COVID too, though. When COVID happened, us as promoters, we didn't have no job.
Yeah.
Like we couldn't throw no
Wha-
party, and if we
Yeah.
did,
Wasn't nobody
only
going nowhere.
ain't nobody going nowhere. And if we did, only 20 or 30 people could be in the building
Right.
because everybody got to be 6 feet apart.
Right.
So when you go through those losses and those times, those are the hard times people don't really talk about. That kind of mentally makes you got to stay ready at all times.
Personally, Nate, what kind of sacrifice have you had to make as a man that people don't see?
Man, you got to swallow your pride first.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to miss out on a lot of things that you
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
may,
Mm-hmm.
it
Yeah.
might be self gratitude at the time, but it's a lot of things that you got to miss out on for the greater good. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
um, maybe it might be trips, it might be jewelry, it might be cars, whatever the case may be. You just
Right.
got to look at the bigger picture. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, I know in promoting right now is a lot of times how important letting people into a glimpse of your life on social media. So you have to know when you're at your parties, you have to kind of stream that or wherever you're going
right?
because people are buying you. Now
Yeah,
people are
these
not.
days, yeah,
They like who they ain't worried about who what the party is. They want to know who's throwing it. So they're
yeah,
buying into Nate. They're buying in Nate to African, right? So
right.
how is important is it to letting people into your personal life and social media? Like, are you cool with filming when you go to
Man,
dinner? And is
I'm gonna
that
be
awkward
real,
for you
man.
or what?
It's become a norm, but I mean, it come with it. Like you can't. It's no matter how secretive or how private you trying to be, it's gonna be out there. Like it's
Hmm.
gonna like
Hmm.
it's
Hmm.
just it's certain things that other people can do, but when you do it, it becomes bigger than what it is. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So,
yeah,
so if this something that I feel like I just want people to be part of my lifestyle, I mean to an extent, yeah, I mean, because
yeah,
I want you to look at things from my vision, but I mean it just come with it. Like
yeah.
you just got to deal with it.
Yeah, no, I want to get a little serious with you, Nate.
Okay.
Normally we see great things on social media, but as of recently, there have been some not great things that are happening with you behind the scenes and on social
Sh-
media. Like how do you handle that? Like how do you navigate through that? Like I mean, obviously we are people. Like we're
yeah,
people. We have real lives, real problems, and when those real lives and real problems brought to the social media, how do you handle that when something in a negative light
man.
comes and people put stuff out there? How you navigate through that, Nate?
Man, I see everything, man. I promise you I do. I see all the good, all the bad. I see all the slick hate. I see
Mm-hmm.
everything. I see it all. I mean, but what I do, I had to realize though, like at the end of the day, people they gonna have their own opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You just can't let it get to you mentally. It's all
Mm-hmm.
up here.
Mm-hmm.
When you
Mm-hmm.
mentally defeated, it's not gonna affect you as much physically. Yeah, I mean, of course, y'all, everybody knows what they've seen on social media. How I got
Right.
over it was basically I just mentally defeated it. I didn't let it get to me mentally. Of course, I saw all the comments. I picked my piece versus me trying to engage in the negativity. Like I
Mm-hmm.
picked my pick. I
Mm-hmm.
picked peace. Because at the end
Did,
of the
did it did
day,
it bother you, Nate? People,
yeah, of
because I know
course.
you see shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, of
and
course.
then motherfuckers you think is cool with you, to fuck
Come
with
on,
you. You know what I
man.
mean? Then you
The ones
see,
that
okay,
shake your hands.
come on, man, come
Come on,
on, man,
I
talk
know.
about it. Like
I was
so,
in all group. Come on, man. I was in all group messages. You got to
yeah,
know
yeah.
certain people who, some people you think that they were private about it. I trust me, it came back to me. I
Mm-hmm.
seen all
Mm-hmm.
that. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, I just ignore ignorance.
Yeah, yeah. Did,
And
did you feel like people like sometimes we do our own culture and our own race injustice by trying to like not building us up and pulling us down. So did you feel like a lot of people was just wanting to see a brother downfall? How were you
I
like
mean, I felt
torn?
like I'm gonna be real. I really felt like people just, especially in Arkansas, man, people just be wanting something to talk about.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
it's just what it is. Like people just want
yeah.
something to talk about. And don't get me wrong, I had a lot of supporters too, though. You know what I
Right,
mean? But
right.
for the ones who were talking negatively, they just want something to talk about. Like
Absolutely.
even the page they posted me, I mean, I was the reason why they page became big.
Right,
Like
right.
didn't nobody hear that page after that
Right,
page.
right,
It just,
right, right.
but it's just one of those things that you just gotta understand. Like you gotta understand the type of person you are. the platform you're sitting on. You know, things
Mm-hmm.
going, you know, it's gonna happen. It's gonna come.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
the devil comes in multiple ways. This temptation happens all the time. Trials and tribulation. It's just, it's not what you do. It's how well you stand in the storm. You know what I mean? So
Well, let me just say this, Nate. We all been through some shit. Like I got a story of some shit that I've been through, like of recently. We all go through a lot of stuff.
yeah,
So, you know, and with this popularity, like the Bible says, too much is given, much is required. So the
right.
more, you know, people you influence and you know, you have a bigger responsibility to try to
Oh
move
yeah,
right. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
Let me ask you this. So, and to me, there's a such thing as, you know, I used to tell my family there's B level and then there's Brian. How do you separate Nate the African from Nathaniel? Like, are they two different people? Are they the same people?
Nah, nah,
Like,
nah. I mean, it's they're the same people, but they have two different mindsets. You know,
yeah,
one
yeah,
is more of a come on, let's kick it, let's have fun. This and the
right,
third, and the other one is
right,
more business. But don't
right,
get it wrong though, it's all business.
right.
It's
Absolutely,
all business. Yeah, I might
absolutely.
be turning up, kicking and taking shots, this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, it's still business. You know
Do
what
you
I mean?
do you handle your loved ones and your different people that see you as Nathaniel? Do you handle? Is it a different vibe? Is it a different approach with those
Nah,
people? Like, or is it with my ex-wife used to always say, don't bring that B-level shit to the house. Like she'd always say, like, okay, when you come home, you need to be Brian. You know what I mean? You
right,
need to
right, right.
pipe it down a little bit. You know, I'm the guy on the microphone. So, you know, my family know me as Brian, but you know, the supporters on the UTB podcast know me as B-level. So how do you differentiate? How do you when you go to work? Are you Nate the African at the car
Nah,
lot?
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I
You
mean, it's
understand
just.
what I'm
I mean,
saying?
it's kind of hard because it just kick in. You know what I'm saying? Like it just
Yeah, yeah,
when I'm talking to you about a car sale,
yeah,
we business. I'm talking to you about going out to kick it.
yeah,
It's a whole different, you know, it just transition, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
at the end of the day, I don't treat nobody, even people that bought a car, you should know. Like I treat you the same way at the car lot, and I'm gonna treat you in the club. But
Right.
I'm gonna be, and when I say that, I'm not saying that as like I'm not gonna be disrespectful or whatever the case may be. You just gonna know the difference. Like you're gonna know, okay, here, this is a serious purchase, and this
Hmm.
is us having fun kicking it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah. Tony L. Dickerson wanted me to ask you, do shady people exist in Africa? I think I know the answer. Shady people exist everywhere, it look like. You know
Ah, man,
what
listen.
I mean?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. People, I don't get it. Like people live for mess.
Right.
People live for yeah, like it's now don't get me wrong, it's a whole lot of shadiness in Africa. but the but the difference is that they're not being they're not being shady to I mean a mess is mess. No matter
Hmm.
how it is, a mess is
Hmm.
mess.
Hmm.
But they're more on they're frowning down on the negativity. You know what I mean? Like the actual
Hmm.
act versus the
Hmm.
actual
Hmm.
person.
Hmm.
You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's like two guys used to be a pastor, you know what I mean? One go rob a bank, the other one
Hmm.
may not. You know what I mean? They're frowning on the act of you, the actual act of you doing it, but not the actual person himself. Because at the end of the day, we know that you're human. You're gonna make a mistake. No, your
Absolutely.
sin is just as big as my sin. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's
Absolutely.
just like that's the difference. But I think what I've encountered here is more like the message to be I don't know. It's like it's hard to explain it. Like people live for mess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not all people, but
Yeah.
most people they like
Yeah.
they'll take their time out the day to go find the messiest thing they can do for you.
Well, and I'll just tell you this: you know, because the news, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock, they're gonna start out with the people got arrested, people got killed. You know, they're gonna start off with the news first because they know that draws. Obviously, when we talk about shit where people got to get arrested and all of that stuff, when we talk about that on a podcast, we have so many people. But like right now, we're talking about the man that you are promoting. It's 14 people. Like people are not rushing to get here because we're not hating nobody. We being positive. We're spreading love, spreading positive energy. But people love it fuels people. Like that's what brings people to the party, which is crazy. But that's just the way it is. That's just the way life is.
It is, man. It's just, people love mess. You know what I
Let
mean?
me ask you this, Nate. Who do you lean on when you get tired? Like you're filling people tank. Who fills your tank when your tank is empty?
Man, I'm gonna be honest. Uh, Whenever I get to the point, like when I this past, roughly about a month ago, when I went through what I went through,
Yeah,
the person that I really lean on the most is my little boy. Like I'll just sit down and just watch him, you know what I mean? And just
yeah,
watch him run around play. Cause
yeah,
one thing about it, he's never turned his back on me. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah,
that feeling that when you walk in the house, he runs straight to you. You know what I
yeah,
mean? That moment that he wakes you up early in the morning just so he can just play. Like the innocence. You know what I mean? It's just like every time I'm down and out or I feel some type of way, I don't know, I just find joy. Like God put joy in my heart and I feel like he using it through my son. So I just I just get around him and just, and for some reason I just calm all the way down because I don't have the heart to just get rowdy with him.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
utilize
and then
that.
another question that I have is, we have so much evil shit going out in the world. When you go out in the world, you have to put your mask on, right?
Oh, for
And then when you
sure.
come back to the house, the place that's your sanction, you can let that shit out. Like you can take that
Right.
mask off.
Yeah.
You can, you know what I mean? You can be, you could be Nathaniel. When you go out, you're looking for the hate. You're looking for the, people wanting you. Okay, he went away again. You're looking for the people that wants you to be they're wishing on your downfall. Nate, are you there? Okay, I think somebody's calling him again. We're getting ready to end this conversation too, y'all. I got a question that I'm going to read when he comes back. We're going to read Don's Foot's question for him, and then we're going to get out of here. Okay. All right, Nate, you ain't got but about 5 or 10 more minutes. I know people are calling you, so I'm gonna let you go here. Don Foots, let me read his question. He said, "My question, with respect, because I know I fuck with you as a local promoter. Why don't y'all go bigger? Being the Simmons Arena, being the biggest venue here, with the A-list artists that people really want to see instead of constantly seeing artists that frequently visit here." So I
I'm
guess
gonna
what
tell
he's
you, I got the right answer for that.
okay.
Man, it ain't the community that we have here in Arkansas ain't gonna be able, like, for example, let's go get an A-list artist, right? The
Mhm.
A-list artist may be like for you to get somebody like that at the Simmons Bank Arena, it gotta be like a Nelly, or it gotta be more of a I don't know, a huge artist, but that the cost of those artists is gonna be $400,000-500,000.
Right, right,
You know what I
right,
mean? Then
right.
you gotta throw in the cost of the Simmons for you to get the whole arena be around 70,000.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's before production. That's
yeah,
before, you
yeah.
know,
Help
before all the
hands.
extra expenses,
Mhm,
the
mhm,
marketing aspect, the
mhm.
staffing, you know what I mean? All of
Yeah,
that. By the
yeah,
time you look up, you're looking at a $500,000 show and I just hate to say it though, is for the urban community down here. It's not enough people down here that you could say will come out on a consistent basis if
yeah.
it's not like of a certain type of holiday weekend or whatever the case may be. You get what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Like, this place ain't like Atlanta, Houston, Miami, or whatever. That people could just come in. I mean, you gotta understand these artists. They tax this Arkansas more than they tax people going to Houston or
right,
people going to Miami or people going to Vegas. Like when they
right,
come to Arkansas, they want the full strength because they know one thing: A, they ain't really been.
right.
B, there's nothing else to do really for artist wise when they come down here to make more money. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And C is just they just don't feel like Arkansas is really worth it. I mean, and to be honest, I've had this conversation with big time artists. They
Mhm.
ask, "What's down there? What is that like? What's in
Right,
Arkansas?" They would
right,
rather go to Memphis
right,
and have a show there and have people from Arkansas drive to Memphis than
right.
to have a show in Arkansas because people from Memphis ain't just coming to Arkansas.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I mean, and then to think about it too, though, like it's been a lot of losses to people and people that
Taking a
took
lot of
down here.
L's. Yeah,
They scared of that. You gotta think about it. Lil Baby was supposed to come to Simmons Bank Arena. He didn't
yeah.
come because he didn't sell tickets.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean? Just being cutthroat with you and honest. I mean,
Yeah,
like it's a big risk you taking.
yeah.
It's a huge
Absolutely,
because this is a
absolutely.
Arkansas is a walk-up market.
Absolutely.
People it ain't too many people unless you view of a different, genre of people. Like, like for example, a country show down here sell out.
Right. Right.
The Caucasian group, they gonna buy tickets early. They gonna buy tickets for friends before they even ask them. They
Right.
go, you know what I mean? And not saying that the African Americans can't. They will, but it's just not as much of us doing that than it is the other ethnicities. That's why you see show like country shows, Hispanic shows, Asian shows, they all sell out because those people, believe it or not, they real deal support their people. They
Right.
don't. Now, not saying that African Americans don't support. They support, but not to that extent for you to be on a Simmons Arena. But the crazy part about it, you go out of town any day, all day, and go sell out a
Yeah.
show in Dallas or a
Yeah.
show in Louisiana or whatever the
Yeah.
case may be. But when you're coming down here in Little Rock, it's like, is it jumping? You drive around the parking lot. Is it packed yet? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
before they
Yeah.
decide to actually
Right.
come in.
Come
You
in.
know what I mean?
Yeah. I got two questions for you, Nate, and then we'll get out of here. What do you want your legacy to be? What do you want people to say about you when Nate the African is gone? What do you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to be. I want when people remember me, they say, man, they had a hell of a run.
Yeah.
They took care of people, and he had a pure heart while doing it.
Cool. 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 What's next for Nate the African? What else you got going on? What's Nate for you, man? Anything next?
I'm
that you
gonna be honest with y'all. I'm working on the lounge right now.
Okay. Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
that's next coming soon. Do you think it's going to mature? Do you think it's going to happen soon?
It's gonna be this
You think-
year.
Okay.
gonna
This
be
year,
this-
2026.
26 for sure.
Nate, that's the next part to your resume. I started like you, and being a business owner, a club owner, a lounge owner. That's the next resume.
Yeah.
It's a different seat to sit in. I'll tell you that. It is a different seat
Yeah.
to sit in than that promoter. And obviously, the one thing about me that I have always tried to reach out to you and help when I possibly can. I've tried to do what I possibly can to hand that baton to the YGs. I'm not one of those other promoters that don't want to help. Several times I've called you and said, hey, Nate, and I really appreciate that you pick up the phone and it is respect. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, do this, or you need to do this, or you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you giving me that OG, status where you listen, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's all of our responsibility who has been in this, for some time to hand the baton to the YGs and give them the knowledge. A lot of times people didn't get that to me, and one stone. Now we kind of had to learn our shit on the job. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that I can see that for you. I wish you luck in the lounge, but I'm telling you, bro, it's a different seat to sit in now. It's a different
Yeah,
seat.
yeah. That's. I mean, I could have been done. Man, it's just that time. It's that time.
It is.
I just know it's that time.
And Nate, I always end by giving the interviewee an opportunity to ask me any questions, man. No question is off limits, bro. Do you have any questions for me?
How did you handle adversity?
Shit, Nate, we don't have that much time. Like, it's loaded. Like, I think you have to, I really do think that you have to define who you are. You know what I'm saying? And here's where I live my life by. I don't have to explain a lot of shit, because the people that love me and know me and that matters, I don't have to explain it. And the people that I have to explain shit to, they don't really matter to me. You understand what I'm saying? So when you go through being a young Black man, and I've been through a divorce, I've been through a failed business, I've been through drama, and so you learn to just pray, try to be better the day before. I try to be a better everything that I am. I try to be a better father, a better entrepreneur, a better promoter, a better podcaster the next day, because nobody has the answers to everything. You learn on the job, you figure shit out. But for me, adversity is something that everybody's going to have to face, and you got to be able to sleep at night. And Michael Jackson wrote a song about it. He said, I'm starting with that man in the mirror. So I look myself in the mirror, and if I could stand what I see in the mirror, everybody else, man, I don't really give a fuck about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
You can't please everybody. You can't make everybody like you. So adversity is something that you have to get up every day and try to get through adversity. Adversity makes you stronger too. Like, we all need adversity to get stronger. It's a part of life. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, you're going to have it. So you got to learn to embrace it and just try to do the best you possibly can. And the rest of the shit, Nate, are falling this place, man, for real. It's like, it is, man. We don't talk every day, but no, YG, I see you out there. No, I see you moving. No, it's mad respect. No, I'm praying for you. Like, I see you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really do see you. And know that whatever you go through, I'm always as your brother, as your big brother, as your mentor, as somebody that has been where you're going. I'm only a phone call away. And I think you know that. Like, I think you know you can pick up the phone and rap with me about anything.
I got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I wanted to ask, though.
No, man, for real. And listen, man, thank you again, bro, for letting us in, into the way you move, the way you groove. Listen, as I said again, I have 4 promoters that I got on here that I respect. I respect how you move and how you do business. And that's why I wanted you on the platform. Because obviously Wednesday night is for people who are doing extraordinary things, extraordinary people doing extraordinary things, bro. And I really do think that you're extraordinary, man. You're pretty dope. And I need to say that.
Man.
Much love, brother, to you.
Yes, sir.
All right, you have a good night, Nate.
You too.
All right, after Nate gets out of here, just understand that we are looking for a female co-host to join this UTB podcast. Listen, if you are a female and you want to join one of Arkansas's leading podcasts, just send an email to utbpodcastlr@gmail.com. Again, utbpodcastlr@gmail.com. I'm going to play this commercial and then I'm going to come back and I will let you go. Here we go. B-Level here, and I want to tell you about a proud sponsor of the UTB podcast, the Shampoo Bar, located at 4812 JFK in North Little Rock. They are doing what your stylist does not want to do. They're partnering with your stylist. They're shampooing, steam treatments, taking your braids down, your locks, conditioning. And ladies, you can drop your bundles off and your units off. They will bring them back to life and call you when they're ready for pickup. Fellas, they didn't forget about you. They are hydrating your beards. They're doing exfoliation to your skin. And they have a treatment called the 24K Ingrown Treatment. Ask them about it. For more information, give them a call, 501-353-1538. Again, 501-353-1538, or go to their website at theshampoobarnlr.com. Again, go to their website, theshampoobarnlr.com. Tell them that the UTB podcast sent you. All right, so if you want to be a sponsor of this dope podcast, we're looking for sponsors. Thank you to the Shampoo Bar for sponsoring this dope podcast. Listen, we have some very inexpensive advertising plans where you can get your commercial played in front of thousands of viewers that we have each week, okay? So if you are a sponsor and you would like to get some advertising, give us a call, 501-650-9726, or hit my inbox, Brian Stewart on Facebook, or hit up the UTB podcast Facebook page, and somebody from our marketing department will get back with you, okay? Don't forget, next Wednesday, we got Andre Pendleton Jr. that's going to be on the level with B-Level. The following Wednesday after that, we got Mr. Truth Sauce himself, Keith Tucker Jr. And then the last Wednesday of the month, we got Telly Noel Sr. With the promoters edition, okay? So in January, we're talking to all the promoters. I want to thank our guest, Nate the African, for tuning in. And thank you for spending your Wednesday evening with us. Don't forget, we will erase this on Facebook, okay? We will erase this episode, and you will have to go to our YouTube page to see the episode after today. Our YouTube page is UTB Podcast on YouTube, okay? This is where all of our episodes will live. Let me put that up there, so in case someone wants to see it, is UTB Podcast, okay? UTB and podcast all ran together. Don't not put a space in it. Go to YouTube and search for UTB podcast, and then also subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification button so when we go live on YouTube, you will get a notification. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys on Friday. Friday we starts back our Straight Talk No Chaser, which is a story time every Friday with me. Don't forget, this Friday, we're back on regular scheduled program. We're past Christmas. We're past New Year's. So you will be seeing me this Friday at 12 noon, okay? Good evening, you guys, and we will see you Friday at 12 noon. Good night, y'all.
Had another rough conversation.